Hi Animal Planet, Henry Aponte here, 47 years old, married, father of 4 adult children, public chauffeur, born in Bridgeport, Connecticut, raised in Chicago, Illinois, and currently living in the beautiful state of Florida. And I'm here to tell you why I should be on season 2 of America's Top Hooker. I guess let me go right to the nitty gritty, the fishing part of this thing. My dad would take me down to southern Illinois, and we'd go into the backwaters, the creeks, and the ponds, and he'd get in the water and he'd pull out watercress, and then they would hand fish. They'd pull out all kind of sunfish by hand. It was the most incredible thing I ever seen, long before anyone was noodling. So I learned that from my dad, and he's the one that gave me that bug of fishing and the love of fishing, and so I've been fishing ever since then. I fished all over North America. I have done some overseas fishing, but the majority of my fishing has been on North America, from coast to coast. I've fished in the waters of California and pulled out 65-pound stingrays. I've fished in the coastal waters of New York and pulled out stripers, massive stripers. Fished off the Keys and have pulled out blacktip and hammerhead sharks. But by far my cup of tea is the inland waters, the freshwater fishing. I've fished all over the freshwaters. That's why I think one of the reasons why I'm in front of you guys right now is because of my world record. I got a 34-inch bowfin, the 3rd largest bowfin ever caught. I'm currently a member of the Hall of Fame, and I own the record for the unlimited test line for a bowfin. So that is my cup of tea. That is what I do. I am a true fisherman. There ain't much about fishing that I can't do and that I haven't learned. I own fishing. I'm a beast when it comes to competition. I'm a fierce Puerto Rican that loves to fish, and if it's got gills, I'm gonna get it. It's just that simple. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that he brings it full force with everything I do. I also train dogs for competitive sport. What I mean by competitive sport is like Shih Tzu and Iron Dog, and that leech is an extension of me, and my dogs have won first place in hardest hitting in every competition that I've entered. So I'm that guy. When I come in competition, I bring it hard. This competition to me, these $30,000 mean a whole lot more to me than it means to a lot of these people. I've seen these guys with fancy cars and publications almost, and it looks like they put together a video production. So I know they spent money doing that stuff, and fancy charters, and I'm a backwoods fisherman. So I don't have no guys, I don't have someone, taking me to where the water's at. I go out there and I look for the spots and I find them. And I reel in monsters. I talk to people, and if someone tells me there's a monster in the backyard over there in the creek, well, guess where I'm at? I'm in that water in that creek trying to get that monster. I want to see him. I want to see how big he is. I want to see if he belongs there. If he does, I'll let him go. But if he doesn't belong there, he's coming home with me. Let me see what else. Just recently, I was fishing with my son. 3 generations of us fishing, my son and his 2 children. And I reeled in a 43-inch gar. During broad daylight, beautiful catch. Reel him in, nice fight with him, get him up onto the shore, and my grandson was like in awe of this fish, so I let the fish go again, but still hooked on the line, wanted him to be able to reel it in, and what ended up happening was the fish swam under the cement boat dock. So, my quick thinking, I pulled off my pants, ran into the water in my underwear, worked my way down the line, right, I'm neck deep in gator infested water with my son watching my back, and worked my way down that line till I got to by that gator and by that gar and pulled him up out of the water. And when I came up out of that water, that thing's nipping and throwing snips and trying to bite me, and I looked behind me, finally worked him and got him onto shore, and when I looked behind me, I had a nice crowd of people looking at me, so that was pretty cool. And that's the kind of fishing I do. I do a lot of night fishing. I fish for predators. I'm not a big guy on fishing for fish that don't have teeth, although I have caught some massive bass, 15-inch bass. I've caught some nice sized bass. But it's, although I can fish that style, my preference of style is getting monsters, getting that big fish that nobody wants to touch, that everyone's afraid of. And that's the way I compete. I'm that guy that when you're playing against me, any kind of sport, you know you're in a competition, because I'm going to bring it 110%. And for this, there's $30,000 involved. To me, $30,000 is a lot. That's going to help me expand my business. That's going to help me pay bills. So it really means a whole lot more to me, $30,000, than it means to a whole lot of other people. So that's why I'm here. You know, it's recognition, of course, because I'm a fisherman. So I want to be recognized. I want to be known for what I am. But I am a true competitor in everything I do. In the sense of what a competitor, that's what I am. When you think of a competitor, look at me, because that's the picture you're getting. And to me, what I'm looking at is, you're coming for my money. Those $30,000 are mine, because I really don't think there's a fisherman out there that can fish better than me. So you may get lucky in some of these little competitions that, you know, don't involve a lot of fishing, but pure fishing, I really don't think there's anybody out there going to beat me. And anyone that wants to, bring it on. This is Hall of Fame Hank. I earned that name. I've been fishing for a long time. Fish deep waters, fish shallow waters, and I'm bringing it. You know, there's no playing with me. I grew up on the tough streets of Chicago. Sometimes had to run to school or fight to school. That's where you see the scars and the little slur I have. That's from too many fighting out on the street. And that's where my tenaciousness comes from. That's where that need, that drive that I have that makes me want to succeed. You know, I fought through those streets my whole young life, and, you know, and made it out of there, you know, and now I'm fighting for my job, and, you know, and to expand my business. And now I'm fighting for this competition, because I want to be in this thing, because I need to be in this thing, because I am America's top hooker. There is no one who can fish better than me. And if you can find him, bring it on. And you charter fishermen, you're nothing to me. That's nothing. Go spend a whole bunch of money and go get back on a charter and go have fun. That's what you do with a charter. It's for fun. The way I fish is for fun and adventure, and it is taking a risk. Every time I get in the water, I take a risk, because I don't play with little puddles of water. I don't play with freshwater fish. The freshwater fish that I'm playing with, they're swimming around gators. And if anybody knows the Ocklawaha River here, you know that's a gator-infested water. It's one of my favorite fishing holes, and that's because there's huge gar, there's huge bowfin, there's fish with teeth that are going to hurt you. And I'm that guy. I'm that guy that if you fall asleep on me, I'm going to be like that gar that's going to sneak up behind you and take that sack of money. So don't play with me. You guys, if I get in this thing, and I should be in this thing, there's no reason why you don't have a Hall of Fame fisherman in here. You need to have me in here. I need to be part of this competition. You know, it's going to legitimize both of us, to be quite honest. You know, I am the man. I am the beast when it comes to fishing. When it comes to competition, nobody's going to bring it like me. So again, like I said before, all you guys that think you're great fishermen and bragging about your big pictures and your fancy stuff, bring it on. I prefer the backwoods fisherman. That's the guy that worries me. The charter guy, the guy that owns that boat. That's the guy that worries me. The rest of you guys don't mean nothing to me. You guys are the bait.